So if you didn't know, there's something big that actually a lot of people missed because a lot of people were looking at the more busted stuff like Iron Tether or Fire Gun. But it was actually a huge change that basically changed up pretty much a lot of weapons. There's actually a reason why it makes Shattered Katana even more powerful. You've probably seen clips of people going around, with Shattered Katana doing like a crazy amount of damage on like guard break, or just in general with the crit just landing, right? And it's like, damn, what is that coming from, right? And people were wondering why this week in particular, it felt like they were surviving less against certain weapons. Speaking of survival, this video is sponsored by Puzzles and Survival. Yes, I got sponsored again. Puzzle and Survival is a match 3 strategy, one kind of zombie game on mobile, bro. If you bore in the deep, hop in and explore the new storyline they done just added. Find and build an alliance. It's basically a guild. And then you can also attack things like the zombie lair. And guess what, bruh? I know it's tough these days trying to get a god roll kit in deep. But instead, you can get a free 5-star hero just by playing the game daily, bruh. Download it now with the link in the description. There's actually a change here. They said they fixed innate pen being like handled incorrectly in certain cases. Like, I'm gonna keep it $1.50, okay? Innate pen was not working the entire time for like 6 months. And so, you know what this means, right? This just means that a bunch of weapons were like, basically every weapon before had like 0% pen. Everything was on the same level. A bunch of weapons had just gotten buffed. Things like the Flare Blood Katana, like the Flare Blood Kamas do a lot more damage. Shattered Katana has 30% more pen. You notice how it just feels like it does way more damage. It has 30% more pen, which is big. That's very big. Things like Railblade that has an 8 pen. Just Kurita got a big buff. It was supposed to get nerfed this patch, and it just got a big buff instead. It got 20% more pen, which is absolutely insane. There's just a bunch of weapons that had an 8 pen before, and a high amount of it as well, like 20, 30, 15%, that just didn't work before, right? And pen stacking like that is crazy for those builds that go really high into, things like million ton piercer sort of builds, right? Now, this wasn't the case for things like talents, fist talents were still working the same, right? Like the Neve one, but for pretty much any weapon you can think of, the innate pen did not work on it, and it now does.